We are going to be grafting a mango seedling. We're going to be grafting, we have some, what do we have here? This is Namdak Mai. Grafting Namdak Mai onto this mango seedling. We're going to try to find the branch that best fits the diameter of this. I think this branch fits it pretty good. First step, we remove all the branches off of our scion. And the scion is what we call the branch that we are grafting onto our tree. The reason we are grafting this on is because if we waited for this tree to fruit on its own, it might take 5, 6, 7, 10 years maybe. And we don't know what kind of fruit we would get. But with this, if this graft takes next season, this tree will start flowering and it will be Namdak Mai mangoes. Well,
that hurts my gut. That hurts me.
And this is the part where I always remember I need to be wearing glasses. This is the part I always remember. So there we go. That's a pretty good match.
Perfect.
Now, normally we would wrap this scion up. And I think what I might do is wrap part of this scion up, but I don't have my buddy tape. But this is going to be a lesson on improvisation. And we are going to wrap part of the scion up. We're going to leave the tip free so it can grow. Now, you can wrap the entire thing up and just remove the tape when it grows, but I don't like having to remember to do that. So we're going to actually just bag it. We're going to tip it and we're going to graft it and bag it so that the new growth can happen on its own without us having to worry about it. Now, I want to cut a wedge on this side, and I want it to be a long wedge. The longer that this cambium is in contact, or the more area this cambium, the green stuff right under there, is in contact with the cambium of this, the more chance you're going to have of success. There's two main reasons why grafts fail. One is the cambiums are not in contact, and two is they dry out. So the bag is going to prevent us from drying out, or normally wrapping it prevents it from drying out. But in this case, we're going to use the Ziploc bag to prevent that from happening. And cambium's not touching. So if our cambiums are touching and our graft doesn't dry out, we have a really good chance of success. Now we want to cut this down to the point where we feel like we're about 1 cell thickness, which is impossible to do, but we want to imagine that we did it. So that's a pretty good wedge right there. Shouldn't have done this right under this lamp, but we're just going to cut a groove right down the middle here. Now, one little trick that I do when I'm grafting is I try to make sure that my scion is slightly thicker than this. So when I put it on there, I want it to be slightly thicker because it's not going here. It's going down inside here. So when it gets down there, sometimes you realize, oh, it's thicker down here. Now I'm thinner than that. Now, if it's a perfect match, then you don't have to worry about nothing. Because both sides, look at that. That is perfect.
Perfect.
Both sides, cambiums on cambiums. Yeah. Now, if it's not a perfect match, don't fret. Because you can still just make one side line up. If you try to make both sides line up and they're not the same size, then neither cambium will be touching. You'll be in the middle and there'll be no cambiums touching. So you have to pick a side, right? And
yeah. So what happens with this part that's exposed on the backside?
Generally nothing. We're going to wrap that. We're going to heal over. We're going to wrap it. We're going to wrap it up with some tape.
Okay.
But now you can use a zip tie. You can use a rubber band. I like to pull this grafting tape tight, and then it becomes almost like a string that I can use to tie this nice and firm.